Good day, YouTubers. Welcome back to my channel. Time for a spot of royalty. I'm Joseph Magi, author of playing card Divination, Fortune Telling, the Magi Method. Find the book worldwide on Amazon and Kindle and paperback versions. Find the full color card deck used here on Etsy/Magi Method. Many thanks to the generous folks who occasionally buy me a cup of tea. Please feel free to like, share, subscribe, and comment. So we have two items. Prince Harry is being called a fake eco-warrior after allegedly taking a private jet home from a polo match. So basically he hitched a ride with a very wealthy person who was at the polo match. It's his millionaire friend Mark Ganza, and he rode on a $60 million Gulfstream jet back to Santa Barbara. And this is reported by the New York Post. The other thing that I want to look at, and I think it's a related item, is the loss by Harry and Meghan of 700,000 Instagram followers, while concurrently Kate and William are up 1 million Instagram followers, giving them 13 million Instagram followers. Harry and Meghan have 10 million Instagram followers, and the Queen is up 1.3 million and is cresting the Harry and Meghan at 10.3 million. So she's 200,000 more. But there's also the allegation that 300,000, up to 3 million of the Sussex followers are bots. That these are just large accounts that follow influencers. Okay, just like bot activity. So their real numbers could be like 7 million. We're going to take a look at these things today. Let's start out with the private jet from the polo match. Okay, polo is very highfalutin. You know, it's a very expensive game. You use a number of horses. Each player doesn't have one horse. They're using like 5 horses throughout the match. That's a lot of expense. People who raise horses, they never make any money. Typically, raising horses is an activity of the rich, the wealthy, because there's no money in it. And there's still no money in it. From the time they've been raising horses until now, there's just no money in it. So polo is just a very wealthy kind of sport. Only the wealthy can afford to play polo. Does the public care that Harry took a private jet home from the polo match in Colorado? It was to benefit Senta Bail, which helps young people with HIV positive young people in Lesotho and Botswana, which HIV is very prevalent there in parts of Africa. Just crazy numbers, crazy, like a plague, absolutely. And he played with Nacho Figueroa, his good buddy Nacho Figueroa, and I think he's from Argentina and he has a beauty queen wife. So does the public care? Do they care? Or are they like, oh, you massive woke hypocrite? Do they care? Ooh. Does the public care? We have, I just had to show this card because it's on the bottom, and Incubus Succubus, liar. So how much does the public care? Or are they like, I don't care? But they're influencers. This is their bread and butter, is influencing, and people have to believe what they say. They have to believe that they're not saying one thing and doing another. Rules for thee and not rules for me. So what do we have? We have Crossroads, can be speaking with a forked tongue, rules for me, rules for thee, but not for me, Snake, and Man. Honest Man. They still like Harry. They still like Harry. It's not all true. It's a bit more complicated than that. 25, 30, 8 diamonds because of all this money. So they still like Harry. They still think Harry is an honest dude and a good bloke. But it's definitely not all that it appears. Home and family, people closely associated with you, actions and talking. So they do perceive him as a bit of a hypocrite, but they still like him. They like Harry. What do we have here? Finger of God, no. Water into wine, roadblock and roses. Okay, this definitely sours things. Okay, the perfect appearance. It changes things, water into wine, and these outside events are throwing a spanner in the works. So this, in the outcome section, this definitely is affecting things. Definitely is affecting things, and it's not, doesn't make them look good. Doesn't make them look good. Here it says that they like Harry. And that's very important. Maybe that's the most important thing. Does the public like Meghan? Does the American public like Meghan? Do they have a good perception of her? Like, oh, I really like her. You know, I mean, there's all this talk and, you know, people say nasty things about her, but I just really like her. She's really great, you know, because that's how they feel about Harry. Does the American public, because I think they are persona non gratas in England, but does the American public like Meghan? Do they like her? Devil. Devil, 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 devil. Okay, because they like Harry, and so they're just going to forgive him a lot. That boy, oh boy, do they forgive him a lot, because they just like him. Do they like Meghan? Devil, deeply rooted in the world. The devil is absolutely selfish and malicious and Machiavellian. 11 and 8, 19, 25, 7 hearts. Devil in the world, and her foundation, she is somebody who will do anything, say anything. They don't like her. They view her as a devil. They view her as a very manipulative person who will lie. What do we have here? Scapegoat and hand in hand. The people are blaming her for all these things that are happening. Coffin and Mercury. And there's just a lot of secrets. They believe, the public, this is the American public, believes that she has a lot to hide, and that she's responsible for all these negative things happening, and that she's really very malicious and Machiavellian and nasty. So that's very interesting. They really like Harry. People like Harry. And that's huge. That's really the whole game right there. And they don't like Meghan. The American public does not like Meghan. They perceive her as a devil. Literally, a devil in disguise. So, Harry was called a fake eco-warrior. Oh, Harry's a fake eco-warrior. He's taking another jet plane, private jet. He's always flying on these private jets. So, do people consider Harry a fake eco-warrior? I do. I do like Harry. I think he is a good bloke. I can't stand the woke speak. I can't stand the eco-warrior stuff. You know, and it's possible that that's how other people perceive Harry. They like Harry, but they just feel like he's put on this costume of wokeness and eco-warriorness, and it's just, it's nonsense. It's because of Meghan. So do people consider Harry a fake eco-warrior? Eco-warrior and Harry. Eco-warrior. We got the no card. Harry. Do people consider Harry a fake eco-warrior? This is the eco-warrior side. Roses, virtue signaling. A foundation of virtue signaling. No, he's not an eco-warrior. No can often mean no. 12 and 6, 18, 5 diamonds. No, it's just virtue signaling. It's a foundation of virtue signaling. Virtue signaling is saying, it's just talking. Oh my gosh, there's such this big problem and somebody needs to fix it, but I'm not going to do anything about it. Everybody else needs to do something about it. It's just a bunch of talk and playing the victim and pretending that everybody else is doing something wrong. Go to the third world and see what's really there, and then come back to America and tell me how America is polluting. Seriously. Go to any city in China and then come back to America and tell me how America has the problem with polluting. Really. I mean, have you never met a Chinese person? I had a Chinese girlfriend for 7 years. Why do they all wear masks? You know, and that's before anybody was wearing masks. Why? Because China is so polluted that literally people just wear masks almost from birth there. And when they come to the United States and they've lived in China, they're all wearing masks because they're so used to particulate pollution in the air. It's like it was here in the late 1800s in New York before they established the EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency. So that's Eco Warrior. This is Harry. Liar. This direction is not true, and it's selfish, and he's transformed. He's transformed himself. He's become a new person, and it's a false persona. That's how they view it. 15 and 6, 21, because of his relationship. So they view him being an Eco Warrior as kind of a false persona, even though they like him. And it's just a bunch of virtue signaling. They don't believe a word of it. And 4-leaf clover, Mother Earth, it's and 16, 4 spades. It's just taking advantage. 4-leaf clover, these opportunities to talk about the earth and make money doing it. Scapegoat, mustard seed, inheritance, 11, that's 19, 5 clubs. Cast out of the royal family and starting a new thing and messaging. So, yeah, they have to do something else to make their money, to establish themselves in making their money. So, interestingly, and I didn't think this, the public doesn't view, they view all the Eco Warrior stuff as virtue signaling. Okay, which I'm pretty sure they didn't view it that way when they were royals and Harry was doing Sent to Bail. This is, you know, these are worthy causes. I'm not making any money on it. I'm just bringing it to your attention. They didn't perceive it that way when they were royals. And they perceive this as something Harry has just put on. He's transformed himself into this Eco Warrior, and it's all false, and it's all just opportunism and, you know, making money wherever they can because they've been kicked out of the royal family. So the public doesn't believe a word of it. That's so interesting to me. The public's not buying it. They're people, and again, you know, people are really smart. And I always say, you know, I used to trade in the stock market a lot. And you can always tell what's really going on by watching the stock market. There's you'll see big events in the news, and they're making this big deal. Oh, it's such a big deal, and they're clutching their pearls. And then I look at the stock market for that area, that arena, and the stock market doesn't care. And if the stock market doesn't care, that's millions of people with money on the line saying you're full of it. That's not true. Okay, that's why the stock market is not lying. The stock market tells the truth. Okay, and the news will often lie to you. And I've thought like this for a long time, and now it's just crazy how much the news lies to you. So, Instagram, they dropped 700,000 followers. Is the public tiring of the constant attacks on the monarchy? Is that why they lost 700,000 followers? Are they just getting tired of the attacks on the monarchy? The monarchy is certainly getting tired of the attacks on the monarchy, and they're really going to fight back now. What do we got here? Snake. underlying vengeful woman associated with the royal family. 24, 28, 7 spades. Secrets. So Meghan is the vengeful woman associated with the royal family. They just view this as just sour apples and revenge by Meghan. Where's Harry? Where's Harry? So people are smart. They see what's going on. 2 diamonds, 6 hearts connected to the family and exposing everything, and Vale and Lovers exposing things in a very close relationship. So it's just vengeance by Meghan and just embarrassing the royals. 9 and 7, 9, 11 and 7, 18, 5 diamonds, just on a continuing basis. So is the public getting tired of the constant attacks? They literally view this as just Meghan is angry and taking revenge on the royals. That's it. And they're not even blaming Harry, which would explain why they like Harry, why they still like Harry. If they're not blaming Harry and they're blaming Meghan for the constant attacks, then that would explain why they have a good view of Harry. He's the handbag holder, and he's just stuck in this situation that he put himself in. That's kind of how I perceive it, and he needs to get out. He needs to get out. So, allegedly up to 3 million of the Sussex followers are bots. Is a very large percentage of the Sussex following purchased, illegitimate, or bots. Okay, up to 3 million. Is there a large percentage of the following on the Sussex channel illegitimate or purchased or bots? Let's look at Harry and Meghan and Will and Kate, because maybe Will and Kate are doing the same things. I doubt it. I doubt it. I doubt that they would buy any followers. Harry and Meghan, Will and Kate. Is there a large percentage of illegitimate followers or bots or purchased? Will and Kate. Oh, so odd. Cross is the spine, working everything together. 8 and 7, 15, 4 clubs, opportunity. Going forward. These look legit. Harry and Meghan's followers look legit. High Tower, official, rooted, and snake. Some issues. 23 and 9, 32, 8 spades. Interestingly, this says to me that Will and Kate, because everything is so public, everything is public perception, they really are very cognizant of how it looks. If Meghan and Harry have more followers, they are really, really, really aware of it, and they'll do in even underhanded things to make sure that it looks right. What do we have under here? Karmic relationship and player. Player's the new guy, 11, 6, 17, 5 hearts, reacting to the appearance. Reacting to the appearance. So there is some funny business going on here. But maybe, that's interesting, maybe Will and Kate, did they do some funny business to grab another 1 million followers? Let's find out. Let's find out. You're not going to like hearing this, but hey, we just need to, we read the cards. Did Will and Kate do some funny business to overcome Harry and Meghan in this past year and have more Instagram followers? Did they buy some followers? Did they get some Chinese bots? Because they'll do anything in China. I had a Chinese girlfriend. She would say, oh, you can buy anything in China. And she knew exactly where, and it was all in Chinese, which kind of kept me out of it. But she was proud of it. It's kind of like the wild, wild west over there. So did Kate and William, did their team, did they do a little funny business? Did they buy some followers to beat Harry and Meghan? Do we have Kate and William buying some followers? Okay. Two spades, broken chalice. This could be no. Water into wine, transforming the social media, 17, 19, 5 clubs, 2 or more ways. What do we got underneath? Hamster wheel, big change over time, decisions, royal family, straight razor. A decision by the royal family, 2 or more ways to do this, and karmic shift. Crossroads can be, you know, dishonest. We have another 2 here. Let's just ask the sticks here. Let's ask the sticks. We haven't used the sticks in a while. Yes. No. Yes. No. Did Kate and William buy some followers to beat Harry and Meghan? Look at that. That's a clear yes. So public perception is so important that they are not above just doing what needs to be done to get it done. So what does this say? The transformation is not legit in social media. That's what that 2 spades is. There is more than one way to skin a cat, and they've been doing this over a long period of time. So they did purchase some followers, and they were beating Harry and Meghan. So they're just fighting on every possible battlefield at the same time. They're fighting. It's kind of the way they're trying to destroy America. Anything they can possibly do, they're doing it all simultaneously to undermine America and our laws and our border and how people are treated, you know, treating people very unequally, intentionally, and then calling it equal treatment. That's what they're doing. So let's review. Does the public care that Harry took a private jet home from the polo match? It is problematic, but they like Harry. Even though he doesn't always do what he says, they fundamentally like Harry. And that's what the spread was showing, and that's the surprise. So I asked, did they like Meghan? No, Meghan shows as a devil and someone who is just opportunistic and will do anything to make money. Do they perceive Harry as an eco-warrior? Absolutely not. The whole thing is just nonsense and BS. They just feel like that's a coat that Harry is now wearing. He's now the eco-warrior. They don't believe a word of it. Instagram dropped 700,000 followers. Is this because the public is tiring of the constant attacks on the monarchy? Yes. Yeah. They don't like it. They're just sick of all the attacks. And up to $3 million of the Sussex followers may be bots. Harry and Meghan are showing as legit here, and it's showing that there's maybe a little funny business on the Cambridge side. And yes, the sticks confirmed that yes, they did buy some followers. It's all about perception. That's a little disturbing. So that's how I see it. I'm Joseph Magi, author of Playing Card Divination, Fortune Telling, the Magi Method, and I'll see you next time.